Speaker McConnell chose to associate himself with Chief Manger, not Tucker Carlson. Let me show you that.
With regard to the presentation on Fox News last night, I want to associate myself entirely with the opinion of the chief of the Capitol Police about what happened on January 6th. Clearly, the chief of the Capitol Police, in my view, correctly describes what most of us witnessed firsthand on January 6th. So that's my reaction to it. It was a mistake, in my view, for Fox News to depict this in a way that's completely at variance with what our chief law enforcement official here at the Capitol thinks.
Now, we don't throw parades for people who can't just come out and say it's bullshit. Hiding behind the chief of police is fine for today. I guess that counts as courage in today's Republican Party, Frank. But interesting that you have, I mean, there's no divide on Earth One where all Democrats, all independents, and a growing swath of Republicans live. But there's an emerging split on the right where Tucker Carlson, Kevin McCarthy, and Donald Trump have a closed circuit that is deeply invested in revising the history, as Tucker Carlson and Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy and Donald Trump all know it actually went down. I mean, the January 6th committee makes clear that Trump knew he lost. I mean, the evidence is so abundant, it makes you want to skip over this part of the story. But I wonder what you make of and what impact it will have on this climate to have the most powerful Republican in the Senate align himself with law enforcement.
Yeah, I'm grateful not only for the chief's statement, which was absolutely necessary, although sad that it was necessary, but I'm grateful for the endorsement of that statement by Senator McConnell, because really, if there's any benefit at all, and it's hard to see any, to what Tucker Carlson is doing this week, it's that it's causing people to choose sides. We're choosing up sides here. The sides are truth or fiction, law and order, or crime and disorder. What side are you on? A peaceful election and transition of power, or violence because you don't like what happened in a lawful vote? Those are the sides that Tucker's choosing, causing people to choose. And so it's not just about fabrication. It's not just about, oh, I'm showing a balanced portrayal of what happened on January 6th. But rather, I've heard some people say, well, it's the calm. He's showing just the calm before the storm. He's showing the calm without the storm. That's a problem, because it's the storm that is the focus of now 1,000. We are officially at 1,000 arrests regarding violence and trespass and obstruction of Congress at the Capitol on January 6th. Speaking of that charge, one of the people, the QAnon shaman, who is the subject of about 2 minutes of Tucker Carlson's clip of him wandering around looking for doors and the police escorting him, trying to figure out what he's up to, trying to do the right thing and not get into a fist fight that could lead to a fist fight with 2,000 other people, and they're outnumbered. So, you know, if you understand the psychology of crowds and law enforcement and crowd control, be careful about the battle you pick, because you could find yourself flat on your back real quickly and outnumbered. So let's talk about the QAnon shaman. Marjorie Taylor Greene, after Tucker's clip last night, went on social media and said, well, clearly the shaman needs a new trial. He was doing nothing wrong. There is no new trial to have. You know why he didn't have a trial? He pled guilty. He was read the charges against him. He was showing the evidence against him. And he said, yeah, I did do that and I regret it. Guilty. No trial necessary. So that's what we're dealing with here, is a complete absence of truth. And what's it about? Is it really minimizing what happened on January 6th? What's the real purpose? Look, we don't only have the potential existential threat by Dominion's lawsuit against Fox, but we have a former president who may be looking at indictment for what? Inciting the violence on January 6th. If you minimize what happened on January 6th, and it's a collective yawn, then why are we indicting a former president for it? That's where this is headed.